Hello, hello, hello.
Uh, Hello, how are you?
Not bad. How are you doing?
Good, good. It's Monday. We are, starting our week, so it's good. No complaints. No complaints.
Cool. Well, welcome everybody to the commentary zone. Ah la la. As you enter the room, please give us a thumbs up just because we asked you to. Today we are talking about Married to Medicine, Season 8, Episode 3, New Year Old Feuds. What was your
hmm
overall thoughts of this episode?
It's like it's almost two episodes. Like the first, for me at least, the first part of the episode
Mhm.
was kind of like boring, kind of dry, but that tends to happen when we're being introduced to people's families. So
Mhm.
I don't really hold that against the episode per se.
Yeah, it really didn't pick up until we were seeing more of Anila and her family. And I don't know
hmm
if it's because she's new and I want to learn more about her, and that's why I paid attention. Um, but yeah, I basically only paid attention when Anila was on the screen or anyone from her family. Is that bad?
Mm. No, not really. I mean, I thought the overall. I'll start with my rating. I gave the episode like an 8 because what I do is like I'm not gonna hold the first part of the episode because we're getting to know her family, which is what we want to do. So it's not gonna be that exciting.
Mhm.
Because day to day life really isn't that exciting. So when
Mhm.
you factor that in, and I take apart the last part of the episode. That was a good episode. It picked up from the snooze fest that were the first two episodes. So I'm okay with. I was pleased with this episode.
See, I would give you that, but it's a rehashed argument that I had no interest in the first few times it was had.
Right, but I have
And
a theory. I have a theory about that.
yeah, but they ruined the food.
That too.
Oh,
That
okay.
too. That's the biggest issue. The food and the drinks. I'm like, yeah, you can't be messing. You can't be messing that stuff up.
Hey, Marcia. Thanks for joining us. Okay, so a quick summary of this episode. The doctors seem to be putting in extra hours at the hospitals. Heavenly fixes a grill. Jackie takes a tour of Contessa's new offices. Anila's parents come for a visit. Toya complains about being a parent. Quad visits Heavenly's closet. And Contessa and Toya spoil another dinner. That was it for me in a nutshell.
So let's start with Jackie and Contessa. Jackie just gave her such great advice.
Mm-hmm.
These mistakes I made, like basically trying to help her make sure she understands work life balance to work on a relationship. But me, maybe it's just me, but I couldn't work with my significant other. It would have to
I
be
don't think
opposite
she could
days.
work with Scott neither. And I think that's going to be a major issue.
Yes.
And she better take Jackie's advice, and especially Simone, because you remember in the very early episodes, early years of this franchise, Simone had a massive billing error that almost cost
Yeah.
her business. So, it's all well and good. You want to be a doctor in private practice, but there's so much more than just
Mhm.
opening up a pretty new office with a shower in
Right.
it for you. And okay, never mind. I digress. I'm not even going to go into that, but I don't see the need for a fireplace and a shower. Maybe the shower, but the
Yeah.
fireplace, that's a
No,
stretch.
you could spend money somewhere else. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but okay, whatever, Contessa. But yeah,
Exactly.
listen to their advice.
Mhm. Most definitely.
Um,
Miss Quad.
this
Now
is our
I
first time seeing her, right?
on this season, yeah, I miss Quad. And I miss Mariah. I'm not gonna lie. They just brought that
But
energy and the fun.
Quad, are she and Heavenly friends? Because it
Yes,
didn't seem like that
they're
in the
they're like
confessional.
right with Heavenly and Quad is like they to me they just bicker like sisters, so they go up and down. But they've always shaded each other though, and it's hilarious because it's fun, it's lighthearted. They don't mean each other any kind of harm. So
Okay.
just like when Quad shaded him about her closet, like why does she need a 3-story closet with them fashions? I'm like, well, I'm like, well, I
I
mean, the
know.
people,
I had to look at that. I was like, wait, are they friends?
yeah,
I don't know.
that's what they do. Yeah, the people say we can't dress, so.
Well, the people have a point. Mm.
Okay. But they sit down, they start talking about Toya, and um yeah, that
Ooh.
was because Heavenly assumed that she had seen it. Like, are y'all cool? Like, she assumed Toya, Quad had seen Toya's video. Granted, Toya did look like she had some libations, so she was on the line with Cecil and um Cecil, Simone, yeah, Cecil, Simone, and Toya. The problem I have is this. Okay, how can I phrase this properly? We talked about this. Why is Cecil involved in women's mess?
I know.
Why are you online talking about another woman?
Was he like this when he had his IT job?
I don't know, but a lack of a job should not make you insert yourself into your wife's business. I feel personally, and outside of the Jersey husbands and the Real Exes of Atlanta, the men should be wallpaper on these shows. Stay in the background and look good. He getting involved again, and when somebody flames him again, I don't want to hear nothing out of Simone. Because Simone gets involved, I think Simone to get roasted too. Because Cecil keeps doing this, and you keep allowing this. And that's what I don't like. You keep co-signing on his behavior. So, obviously Quad had not seen it. So, hey, she had to air, she aired out Toya's business. I'm like,
I
oh.
was shocked at this. I was
I was
shocked.
like,
So
oh.
what did she detail? She said, okay, Quad says that in addition to the mortgage on the house, so the house, the building of the house, the land, all of that
Mhm.
purchase is in one mortgage. Then Toya had to get a personal loan for $100,000 for the pool on top of that mortgage for the house. And she says Toya begged, borrowed, and stole to get her house, and she's barely keeping it. So I guess that would explain why she's selling it so quickly.
Exactly. And it's going to lose money on that house.
Mm-hmm.
Because
And get
they
tax
they haven't
penalties.
been on it.
Mm-hmm. But we'll see. But that was an interesting little, that was the nugget of the show, to be quite honest.
Yeah. And then my thing is this. When Heaven's like, how do you know that? And Quad's like, I got people everywhere. And it's true. Like, based on what I know about Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
for a big city is very small. I
Mm-hmm.
equate it to kind of like San Francisco is a big city, but it's small. And the fact that within the Ken too. I like Ken. He can get involved because he's defending LVP, so he can do that all day. But San Francisco is a big city, but it's small, and we like within certain circles, like in certain industries. I'm not sure if it works like where you are. In certain industries, we all kind of know each other if you've been in the game for a while. If you know what I mean. So, like I've been in my industry for about 20 plus years, and I've it's all been done here. So those of us who been working in the same industry, we kind of all know each other. We all
Well,
kind of run each other into each other.
hospitality is like that. We call it very incestuous. Like you always have slept with someone or you know someone who slept with someone in
Yeah.
hospitality. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's kind of it.
It's kind of like how
For
Atlanta is, for I understand. They kind of do this, like yeah, especially in entertainment. I'm like, oh, it's like that. Like, yeah, it's like that. Well, okay, so I understand
Mhm,
Quad would have some people in place to get her the business on the people she don't like. So I was like,
mhm.
okay, this is so now what they're saying behind the scenes. Like, you selling the house, you losing money on the house, you beg, borrow, and stealing. Damn, I mean, you selling already? Oh.
But
Okay.
I bet you Quad wouldn't have to do much digging. I think all of that information just comes to her.
Probably because the way Toya presents herself, um, I could see her making a lot of enemies and having a lot of enemies who are more than willing to run to the blogs and run to castmates and give them information. So I think you're right on. I think you're right on that.
And then she was on that TV show, wasn't she? Where I bet you she made a really great network of
Sister
sources.
Circle.
Yeah, from
Mm-hmm.
her TV show. I would be surprised if she didn't have to lift a finger. A text, a phone call, something came into her and said, "Girl."
And then I think her and Funky Nani were still friends too. So I'm
Oh,
sure he
it
get.
would make sense because he's
I'm
friends
sure
with Heavenly.
that. Yes, I'm sure. He it's some little tidbits here and there. Love Funky Nani, so I always check him out when I can. So not
Wait a minute.
surprising.
Has the new LVP show
It
come out
started. Yeah,
yet?
I haven't watched it yet though.
When did it start?
Was it a week ago, guys? A week? Is it a week or two ago the show's been on?
Shut up. I thought it was still coming. Oh, well, there you go. Where's my head been? Up my ass. Ay, ay, ay.
So that was that segment, and
Oh,
it was
wait.
just good to see. Go ahead.
They're filming in Villa Rosa? That's a
Yeah.
tax write-off. Mm. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, I never liked that house. I liked her first house better. Okay, sorry, I digress. What else did we have going on in here?
So then we go from Dr. Heavenly. I think the next most important part was probably Anila's dinner. I would think. I don't remember too much in between those two. Was
Well,
there?
let's delve into the family dynamic because her parents live in Savannah and they drove down to wait, they live in Savannah, she said, right? Savannah?
That's what I recall, unless I misheard.
Okay. So they drove over to hang out. Oh, wait, before we do that, didn't okay, so I can't remember if it was before or after. All right, so we know that Toya got the personal loan to get her pool. Remember when her and Anila were driving to tennis and she was like, girl, all you need to do is drop a pool in the back. I'm like, Anila's not going to get a personal loan to put in a pool. They're like completely flummoxed because they've lost 2 months' salary so far. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I don't think I don't think she'll be
You
making the
know.
same mistakes that you made, dear. Okay, so now we get to Anila and her parents come. They come with coolers of food. They come with like to just do what grandparents do everywhere. Cause chaos and havoc in these people's house.
Pretty much.
I wanted some of that food though. Even the one that
Always.
was leaking.
Yeah, I don't care. The food look good. The food look good. I really don't care.
Oh my God. But yeah, so Karen comes home and he sees the mass disorder as soon as he enters. And he's like, why is there food on the floor as soon as you walk in the house? Which is a valid question.
Right.
Why is there food? So yeah, the kids are happy, everyone's happy. Let's go to the dinner now. They're having it at this really great restaurant. They do
Oh,
all this decor. I wanted to try that shot thing. Oh, the food. Oh, why did they have to get into an argument to ruin this night?
right. Exactly.
Okay, so what are my notes? Go ahead. Go ahead.
So this is not much really there. So basically, Toy and Contessa are still allegedly fighting about this whole "you not taking off your shoes in my house" type thing. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Toya, why do this at this lady's your actually not this lady, your friend's dinner? Your friend is trying to make new friends, trying to get to know someone on their own, and also broker peace. But
Mm-hmm.
Contessa didn't say anything to you, from what I recall. You started with Contessa, and Contessa is letting you know I'm not here for you. But let me go back before like Anita pulling Contessa to the side. Contessa made it known like, look, I'm here for you to get to know you. I want you to know me. We're good. So for Anita to try to broker some sort of peace treaty was not the move, and that kind of lit the match. So Toya Toya started and because Contessa's like, like I'm not trying to do this, like in the world of COVID, and Toya's like, well, in the world of COVID, so I live that every day. I'm like, hold up, ma'am, you're not a doctor. Stop it. You don't live it the way they live it. So your perspective means nothing to me. And the fact that none of the other doctors call her out on it kind of pissed me off. Because I'm like, you guys are supposed to step me like, no, you're wrong. Eugene, you sitting there, like, and like, you look real crazy, like, for her saying that. And this is why people roast you like, have been roasting you for years. By letting Toya get away with the stuff that she said, because it's not the same thing. You are a doctor's wife. You're not a doctor, so you don't really live it the way they live it. And to try to make it seem like you do is disrespectful to all the frontline workers, in my opinion.
Well, it kind of fell flat for me when she said that, because a few segments before that, she was complaining about being a parent, like, if you weren't playing tennis 3 hours every day, maybe you would figure out whether your sons has submitted their assignments on time. Don't blame the reason why he's behind right now. You're a stay-at-home mom. It's on you. I have a friend of mine who's been at home for the last year with her daughter, and she's working from home. She gave up her home office to put her daughter in there, and then she goes and she sits at the dining room table with a straight access into the office, and she's monitoring her daughter. She's up to date on all of her assignments, and she's actually moved ahead this year that she's been at home because her mom is a micromanager. Stop drinking. Stop going go-karting around the community in your golf cart. Stop going to tennis and put that much energy into your kids, and you will see a proper return. Teachers got to do this every damn day with your kids.
Every day.
You have 2. They have 30. Suck it up.
Well said. Yeah. And then I'm going to go to the next part is this. I'm going to need Toya to understand something. And it may be rude, but I really don't particularly care because I think it's the truth from my perspective and in my opinion. None of the doctors respect you. They have never respected you since season 1 because you have no ambition about yourself. I understand that being a mom is like a hard job. If it were an easy job, men would do it, me included. But I ain't got time for all that. The reason they don't respect you is because of all the doctors except for Jackie are mothers. So for you to sit around and act like your life is so hard and so difficult because you're a mom, Simone's got 2, Heavenly's got 3, Jackie doesn't have any, but she just couldn't have any. So Contessa has 3, 4, 5? She got 3.
Yeah.
So I don't understand how you don't understand why they don't respect you and why you're trying to make it seem like their issues are coming out of nowhere. They're not issues. It's just the lack of respect they have for you. And for you to sit around and pretend like this is not the case and you're feeling some sort of way is ridiculous at this point. We're like, 8 seasons in? And you still trying to play like it's about these little issues? Like, no, just acknowledge the fact, like, look, y'all don't respect me because I'm not a doctor. And I get that. And move on. Because if you can just tell the way they treat her, even from season 1, like, because you could just tell, like, Dr. Jackie did not have any time, has never had time for Toya.
They've always dumbed down their conversation for her. But I don't know.
I love this, Yanni. Simone and Heavenly children are responsible, respectful, and well-behaved, and she's a doctor. And Dr. Dame is a doctor. I mean, I give mad respect to all women, all moms who are for like what we consider professionals, holding it down and just doing a great job.
Yeah. You know what? There was one thing that Quad said in her little gossip session with Heavenly that I've been saying for years. Toya's gonna send poor Dr. Eugene into early grave. And
I'm gonna be
Toya
honest.
must really love her.
That whole tax situation. Remember that season where he was working
Mm-hmm.
like buku overtime, and I'm like,
Yep.
man, and the ladies. And here's the thing. I think that was another reason the ladies lost even more respect for her because
Mm-hmm.
she did not pitch in at all.
And then remember, they went on the trip and his blood pressure was so high,
Yep.
and they were like, oh my, like, I swear, if there weren't like a gazillion doctors in that group, they would have sent him to the hospital. I bet you anything that they went and got medicine for him at that location.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was sitting there going, he's under so much stress because he's an ER doctor. That's
I was
so
concerned for
stressful.
him. I
Yes.
was so concerned for him. I'm like, dude, he running around
Mhm.
sweating, working all these overtime hours trying to pay down these taxes.
Yep.
And she's
Mhm.
sitting on she's sitting on her behind,
And
like, oh
still
my
spending.
god, and still spending.
Still spending. But like she's oblivious to everything. And before I used to just be like, well, damn, but now like the drink is involved. I think
Mm-hmm.
she's drinking way, way, way too much. She's getting
Mm-hmm.
real sloppy with it. And yeah, Eugene tolerates way too much with her. And I think it's because he really, really loves her.
I think so too, but there has to come a point in time where your self respect has to mean something to you.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm all for a traditional marriage where the husband is like the breadwinner and the wife stays home with the kids. Cool,
Mm-hmm.
not a problem. But when one spouse's spending habits have put you in a financial hardship
Mm-hmm.
and you're taking on the whole burden, that's not fair. It's not right. Um, I don't agree with that. And if it were me, I would have divorced.
Yanni says this, but also I noticed from different season, if Toya is happy, she's nice to the cast. If she's frustrated or fighting with husband, she gets into a fight with everyone else. This is so true.
True.
This is so true. Um, hold on, she has another good comment. By his size and his job, I understand high blood pressure though. But didn't he lose weight after
But
they
but but
found
but he,
out? He
but he
gained.
gained all that. He gained all that weight back and then
Oh
some.
no.
Because he was doing really really good. Like he was doing really really good,
Hmm.
and he's just a cool dude.
She needs to love Eugene as much as she loves the clout chase. I agree.
I agree, but he enables
Mhm.
her though, and that's the problem. So I can't sit back and feel too bad because people will only treat you the way you allow them to.
It's just sad because they do make a very cute couple. They have a wonderful family together, but I feel like Toya's self-destructive habits are going to be the downfall of not only Eugene, but their marriage and their family. And it's like it can be corrected. If she would just make an effort to do something other than drink and bitch.
Right, and he definitely goes by the happy wife, happy life. But the problem is, you do everything to make your wife happy, but she's never happy.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you wouldn't have gone through what 3 or 4 houses since you've been on the show.
Oh yeah.
So like, it's never gonna be enough, and you're always gonna be in financial hardship when you keep doing these same patterns of behavior.
Mm-hmm. It's sad. It's sad, but hopefully one of these times when they do their partner trips and they do the counseling and all
Hmm.
that, hopefully something will get through to her one of these times. I don't know.
I don't think so. I think, and this is just my opinion, my observation, until Eugene threatens to leave her, she's not going to change because she doesn't have to. She doesn't have a reason to.
Okay. I don't get Eugene and Damon being married to two mean wives, because the good guys always marry the cows or the bitches. They always do. So, yeah, good luck
Yeah,
to Damon and to Eugene.
yes. Like my
Well,
plan.
for one of those houses, though, they put down some sort of deposit that was non-refundable, and then it was like rent to own or something, and all of it fell through, and then they had the tax issue. Like, they didn't even own that house. It was like this weird cockamamie real estate deal that they fell into that I feel they got scammed. I seen this. Destroying them. Oh, yes, the preview for next
Yep.
week. So maybe it'll hold my attention more next week. Maybe. Let's hope.
Because that situation. That's just what it is. Yeah, sorry to get sidetracked, but yeah, that just comes down to the lack of respect the ladies have for her. And I understand what Anila was trying to do, but you trying to force that conversation on them is just not good. It's just not good. And to me, Anila ruined her own dinner.
But I wouldn't have done it in front of my parents. You see how these women behave. You were at Heavenly's party. I would not want that in front of my parents. I'm sorry. Like, that was so disrespectful to the elders at the table. Thank God the children were inside in the other room. But was that really necessary?
No, it wasn't. Not at all. And then, like Yanni said, then her mom jumping up and grabbing a contestant. Like, where I'm from, you don't put your hands on people
But
you don't know.
I know, but that's just so Indian. It really was.
It
I
is.
saw
Oh,
nothing wrong with that, you
well,
know? No,
I
I
do.
didn't.
I do.
But then I understood what Contessa was saying as well. Again, clash of cultures, because her mom just wanted her to enjoy the
Right.
hospitality and stay and have the dinner, eat, you know. But I didn't like how Contessa flicked her napkin on Anila. I thought that was
That was
rude.
rude.
That was rude. And why didn't Scott try to sit? Like, I know they sit back and they let these women like go at it, but quite honestly, like, this just put such a sour taste in my mouth. I'm so sick of this. If the husbands are going to jump up and say something, let it be in a situation like this and not on social media like how Cecil does. I just
I have a question though. You think Scott should have said something, correct?
I think he, like, maybe if he had like put a hand on a knee, or like, did like give, like, husband and wives have those little internal signals or something, like hold her hand, like try to level it out. Eugene could have well, I don't know how much control Eugene has over Toya, but it's just like
I have a
couples
question though.
have those things that they do with one
Right.
another. I didn't
Why
see
didn't
any of the husbands say anything.
I thought if we're talking husbands, then it was Anila's husband's responsibility
To
to
do
step
what?
in and tell his wife, leave it alone.
I'll cut him a
Because
break.
I don't.
And here's why. It's their first season, and I don't think they're used to like this kind of interaction at a
But
family event.
Anila initiated this.
Mm-hmm.
Contessa said leave it alone. Anila kept it going, and then Toya jumped in, and that's what sets Contessa off. At that
Mm-hmm.
point, as Anila's trying to get her point across, her husband shouldn't be like, no.
But here's my thing. You don't know how to control yourself in public? Why is it that Toya has the knack for always getting under her skin so that she has these outrageous reactions? Like, you're in control of your reaction.
Because she ain't got nothing else to do.
Oh, never mind. Okay.
It's just from what I can see. I mean, I understand being a housewife and stay at home mom. I do, but I feel like you should also have something else to bring to the table. Um, Besides fighting with everybody else over stupid, petty stuff. I mean, there's like if you think about all their fights, all of her fights, none of them have been of any substance.
Well, Toya has no substance, so what do you expect?
And this is why the women don't respect her.
You know,
Yanni, another
whatever.
great point.
The same thing Toya is doing.
She was really offended.
Well, then let's hope that this opens up Anila's eyes to who is not her friend at that table.
Nope, because Anila said, like, I can't believe she's gonna leave my event like that. Said nothing about Toya's behavior. So no, Anila's not going to see the
And
light.
of the two, Contessa's the only one who apologized to the parents for speaking that way. Toya just kept on cussing. Like, I don't get it. It's bad enough that you behave that way when you're amongst yourselves. There was a set of parents there. Jesus, ladies, get it together.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as a back to like Anila telling Karen, I'm like, sir, like, tell you what, baby, it ain't working.
I think he
Let it
was
go.
just like, he was there looking like, I don't
In
think it was
shock, looking in
really
shock,
computing
looking
what
in
was
shock.
going on. And like, I don't know if he was looking at his wife or her parents. Like, I don't think he was on the same speed as everyone else. I don't think he's ever encountered anything like this. Good luck to him. Good luck to Anila. And I hope grandma and grandpa cook up some good food, and I hope I get to taste it. I don't know. I'm done.
Yeah,
Happy Rocky ceremony.
that was so embarrassing. I felt
Ay, ay,
bad.
ay.
I felt bad for Anila to a degree, but like you brought this on yourself because once I'm of the a person who's like once someone tells me they don't want to deal with someone else, I don't make them deal with that person because I don't like when people do it to me.
I don't know. I see where you're coming from, where it's her fault that she did it. But I wonder if the producers told her to try and bring that up at this event.
I think for her, like I know what she was trying to do because she sees Toya as an amazing person. She likes she connected with she feels a good spirit from Contessa. So in her mind, why can't my friend and my potential new friend get along? So I'm going to broker some sort of peace treaty. But when you do that, not knowing the actual dynamic between the two people involved, you put yourself at risk for backlash, and that's what happens.
Here's my thing. Maybe it's because I'm older, but I can be friends with two individuals who are not friends with each other. I can be friends. Your fight has nothing to do with me. I see certain characteristics in A and certain characteristics in B that I, gel with. I'm a grown up. How y'all behave is how y'all behave. That ain't have nothing to do with me. And it's just, it sucks. Hey, Dr. Melanie. Um,
Welcome. I think what it
I
is though, I think I will say this on
Mhm,
that. You can,
mhm,
but it's very difficult when you meet you're friends with one person first and
mhm.
then you into a group of already established relationships and you start befriending people. And then it really gets bad when you start befriending someone your friend doesn't like. It's different if you all came together as a group and everyone's on a level playing field. Because my thing is this. I'm sure
Mhm.
Toya probably told her who she don't like and who she don't get along
Mhm.
with. So that being said, Toya's like looking at her like, why are you trying to befriend her? You know I don't like her. Because as petty as it may sound, I'm kind of the same way. If I have a good friend and I tell you I don't like certain people, but then you decide to go and try to befriend them, I'm looking at you some kind of way.
No,
It
but
may
here's the
sound,
thing. Like Marlo's been chirping this all season. Nobody's going to dictate to me who I'm friends with.
but Marlo,
Your beefs are your beefs.
but hold on, but Marlo, that's not the, it's not the same comparison because Marlo's been in that friend group for a super long time.
True. But
Anila is
again,
new. Anila is
right. And
new.
she's getting to know all of these people from a blank slate.
It's not blank.
And yes, she has had feedback, but you
Mm-hmm.
can be independent, take that feedback, keep it in the back pocket,
Mm-hmm.
but it be independent and let these people approach you. And make your judgments on your own
Right. That's
until these people
okay.
do something to you.
Right, but that's okay. But it's not. But you don't go in trying to make these people be friends, and that's the
No, I
problem.
agree. I agree with you on
That's
that.
the
I agree
problem.
with you. But Toya is nobody's friend. Like somebody said
Well,
in the
yes.
chat, look how she left at the tennis courts. She
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think I think this goes beyond her happiness with her marriage and her
Mm-hmm.
family. There's something not clicking in Toya. Toya needs Toya needs to sit down and talk to somebody for a little bit.
Okay. I have a question. For you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you think that after all of these years, that Toya is starting to feel like she hasn't accomplished anything and compared to the other women? I say that because, yes, they like brought your friend in, which is fantastic. She's cool,
Mm-hmm.
she's interesting. But your friend is also a stay-at-home mom, but she's also an influencer. She has a family. She's a family blogger. She had a great job in New York,
A professional career.
right,
Mm-hmm.
that she gave up to move with
Mm-hmm.
her husband to Atlanta to start a family.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you think that some insecurities are starting to creep in?
Of course. And the closer that Anila and Kieran's house becomes complete, then you will see the total meltdown of Toya, because looking at the aerials of both houses, like I think that Anila's house will be better because it doesn't
Mhm.
have a 15-story closet that takes up a bunch of room and serves no purpose.
And okay, I understand that. I agree. And do you think that maybe Toya feels now that she's really on the chopping block?
Probably.
Because after 8 seasons, we're on season 8, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
7 seasons, for 7 seasons and some episodes, Toya hasn't really brought anything.
No, there's been no self-development. There's been maybe she could survive another season if she admits to having a drinking problem.
She gonna pull a Bronwyn?
Well, a half Bronwyn, because she threw in lesbianism on top of the drinking.
Right.
But yeah, she could do a half Bronwyn and probably get another season. But I wonder if they have to be back under financial strains again. And
Mm-hmm.
that is why she is behaving like
Yeah.
this.
Because it seems like the pressure's getting to her
Mm-hmm.
more
Because it's all
so than past seasons.
her facade is falling apart. It really is. And not only is it like joint debt, but now she has personal debt on top of the joint debt. She,
True. But I have a
she
question. Can we call it a facade when no one's buying it though?
but in her head, she thinks we
Okay.
are.
Got you. Okay, there we go. I was like, I
In
never
her
thought that.
head, because we all knew that this house was a mistake from when they went out into the woods looking
Hmm.
at the land. We all knew that.
Hmm.
And when she was talking about the plans, we were like, oh, going
Right.
in too deep. Mm-mm-mm. You got your taxes sorted out? Oh my God, where are you getting the money for this? We all knew it, but not Toya.
Hmm.
Not Toya.
Yeah, I think you can see that because she's drinking. She feels like she's drinking more. Like she came out the gate drinking. I'm like, are you under like a lot of pressure right now? Like, what's really going on? Because Toya was like in previous, she's been fun. She's been like, she says how it is, but I just feel like there's more pressure added. And um, what was alleged is that like she was on a chopping block
I can
because
see
she was,
that.
yeah, because she doesn't have a actual storyline.
Mhm.
Like I said, your storyline can't be drinking and picking fights with people.
Or saying that she has 2 childs,
Two child, not two child.
and the kid corrected her, so you can't be doing that bad at school.
So yeah, I mean,
Oh, no, it was Eugene who corrected her, right? They're
no one
called
said it was
children?
Eugene,
Yeah. Mm.
but yeah, she needs to like. I guess for me, she could have just built a business for herself so easily because she is likable, she is funny, she is engaging. So to me, like, if your husband's willing to support anything you do, why not like say, hey, like I have a business idea. Like even if you go to I guess a creative branding person, whoever, and just let them know you have some ideas for a business. What do you think would be best? Like she could do it. No, I have no doubt she could do
Mhm.
it. But I just don't think she's motivated enough to do it. And I don't understand like why. Like how can you be in a group of successful women, doctors, and not be inspired and not want to do more? Because there are a lot of people who would love to be in her position because they would feel like, oh my gosh, this is around this group of ladies who are doing so much. I'm going to try to figure out for something I can do for myself. And she's just laying around like, okay.
Let me ask you a question. When she was building that house, um, I don't follow her on social media, but, like, she could have taken that opportunity to become an influencer on home design and decor and
Because
planning and all of that.
her houses
It
do
is
look nice.
beautiful. It
She
is
can be,
beautiful. She
she
could
could
have
have gone
taken
to
that
college.
opportunity. No, but she could have taken that opportunity to become an influencer and hawk products online. Like, she has a following. She has a following.
She has a following. She really, realistically, she kind of maybe could have taken some online courses in design and interior design,
Mhm.
gotten like maybe a certificate or a degree, and she could have just gone around and like fix people's like decor.
This is so true. What you're saying, she should have done. She really should have. But then Dr. Melanie is saying, I don't think Toya could care less about what the other women do, honestly. I think she loves playing tennis all day, shopping, and drinking her wine. But she's also my favorite. God.
No, true. Like, hey, but like when your activities put you in a financial hardship, it's not that good. But I think for me, and this is my own bias.
Mhm.
I want to see my people do well, especially when they
Mhm.
have potential. So when I see people wasting their potential, I'm like,
Mhm.
why?
Oh, she's good at throwing
Yes.
parties.
He, mm-hmm,
Mm.
mm-hmm. There's just so like we're having this conversation here right now. We as the viewer see so much potential in her, and
Mhm.
we can see all the things that she could do and do it well and do it from home. It would be so easy for her, and she's not doing it. And I think that's where the
Event
bulk
planning
of
is
the frustration.
hard work, though. Event planning is
No, it
hard
is, but she
work.
enjoys it though. she enjoys it, so I
When
think it
it's
would
for
come more easily.
herself showing
Yeah,
off what she does or doesn't have. But when you have to do this for demanding people, I don't think she'll be here for that, and I don't think she has the temperament for it.
I think I'll agree with the temperament, but think about it. Toya loves spending money, so she could be spending other people's money.
Right, but she likes spending a lot of money, and when you're starting off, you're not getting those big baller clients. You're getting people who are on
Oh,
specific budgets. They come in and they want champagne, but got a lemonade budget and lemonade without the sugar.
but she knows people though, so I think she can come in getting like a few high roller clients though. I could see.
Again, like she takes no initiative in this. She wants to be a lady of leisure. And that's why I think the influencer thing would be more her style, because while
Okay.
she's on the tennis court, she can post a picture saying, hey, look at these great pillows from my friend Craig at Southern Charm, available on HSN. And
Mm-hmm.
she'll get a few, $1,000 for that.
And then Neela can help her because she's already in the business.
Mm-hmm. And stick to home decor because Anila is in fashion. So that way you're not directly competing against each other.
I like this. I like Johnny's comment. I don't dislike Toya, but what I don't like and heavily is the same for Toya. There's a limit to the cattiness. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. And the screeching.
that
And
too.
that's from Heavenly. That laugh. Her laugh is kind of like, or is it, maybe it's just me. Sorry. Not everyone wants to work. I have plenty of friends. Leisure, they just think. Yeah.
Melanie, I
True.
agree. I agree. What it is, I don't think Toya is jealous. Not at all. What it is she feels some kind of way by the lack of respect.
Blavy, you dead wrong. We just found more crap to critique about this stupid show. That's
Right.
all.
Oh yeah. So yeah. Yeah. I know. I've known um a couple of ladies who like stay at home with the kids and stuff like that. So, and they're not jealous of the women who work at all. They just do their thing. But I have known them to say like they feel like people don't respect them because they don't work and just stay home and take care of kids.
You mean inferior? I think these women treat her like she's inferior and
They
she's
do.
feeling it.
They
Yeah,
do.
but now she's like mentally, I think she fights not to feel that way, which is hard.
And the thing is,
Mm,
it's easy to ignore it when you don't have a lot going on. But I think
mm-hmm.
this season is the season like she's feeling a lot of pressure. Um, from a couple of different areas. So it's really taking a toll, and now it's manifesting itself more openly.
I can't wait till the financials come out again because it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. Anything else on this episode?
No, I mean this is just like I think this is just like Bell Collective. This
Mm-hmm.
there was a lot to unpack due to when you take into account like the history and then the current. Some things are coming together.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right, guys. I think we've picked apart this episode enough. Married to Medicine, season 8, episode 3, New Year, Old Feuds. Um, Leave a comment below. Let us know what you think. Do you think that Toya and Eugene's financial situation will come out this season, or do you think they'll wait for next season?
And another thing, also in
Mm,
the comments, leave us a comment letting us know what you think Toya's issue or issues are. As if we
everything.
as we've noticed, she has started drinking much earlier in the episode and more heavier than she normally does. So I want to hear
Mm-hmm.
your perspective.
Yep. In I think there's like something going on with the family. It can't be just how these women treat her, because she's been taking this for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's something going on with the family. But let us know what your thoughts in the comments section. Give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Most importantly, tell a friend, have them join the conversation. These women are so talented, can do so much. They excel in all of their fields that they choose. I just wish they could have one meal
Just one.
without carrying on. Just one meal. One freaking meal. All right, guys. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.